got about 49 emails to go through today, so we'll get straight into it. But first, let's have a look at what I've got on. This is just a little speculator on the 4-hour pound yen that I took yesterday during an FX boot camp, and I've got that stop underneath that. Euro yen 4-hour was in here, and I've got my stop underneath this reversal bar to protect profit. Pound CAD still sitting on this, going nowhere really. At least I'm earning interest. Pound dollar, that's still running, and I've got my stop just underneath the support line of 57.55 now, and we're keeping an eye on that. And then I've also got this euro dollar again. It was above this little swing low, and I got brought in by the spread, but that's sitting there doing all right too. Looking at this one, I think it's a little overdone, but you know, the hourly is still poking up, and we've got the jobs data today. But probably that will reverse at some stage today, I think, because the daily is, and everything's sort of just overcooked on it. Okay, so that's the trades I've got on, and you can all hear me, can't you? I hope you can. I haven't heard anyone saying otherwise. Yeah, so this is the figure that we're all watching today, and there's a bit of it in the news out tonight. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I did send you an email this morning in terms of this setup. Euro pound reversal, we now have divergence. That's what we're looking for. All we need now is to see buyers in terms of a higher high, higher low, and we could be looking at that as a reversal, either a trend reversal back to the 50, or maybe a range back to 86, because it's sort of been stuck in that range there. Well, there's a couple of ranges that it's got on, horizontals. So the only thing with that would be the risk reward, depending on how big this bar is. Okay. So this is an email that came in. Obviously, this came in on Sunday. That's probably not obvious to you, but where's the fib? Drawn the fib from here, from there to there. Okay. With this range reversal, you notice that I've drawn my fib here. There's a little, if you're looking for extensions, which you need to have, you're saying you've got fibs, but there's no RSI divergence. There's no RSI divergence on this, and there wasn't at that time either on that day. So at this point, this RSI was lower than that. You would have been looking at that divergence there. This low was lower than that, so there was no divergence. But now you can see we do have divergence, and so that's what we're looking for. And also, yeah, the fib, you do for the extensions in a downtrend, you do the last uptrend or a significant uptrend. Okay. This is also Sunday on the pound Swissy. Slight divergence. Yeah, you got the fib in the right place. Seems to be slight divergence. You got fib extension. Don't know if we've got the sellers yet. You're saying we do, but that's a higher high and a higher low. Okay, see that there. It's a higher high, higher low. So you don't exactly have the divergence on that. And this is your CAD Swiss. We all looked at that, and that went south. But yes, you're getting convergence. And there's hidden divergence, which is this high to that high. And price was a lower high. That's hidden divergence. You'll learn that in the you learn that in the prop platinum. So With your checklist, also, just be careful that it's not asking you for, it's asking you if you're below the EMAs and getting support of the EMAs, which you can't say yes to that one, and you can't say yes to that one on this checklist. Okay, so just be careful of that. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Aussie dollar, CAD Swiss. Okay, can you justify a trade in this from the rules or only on spec on the election? This is Monday morning. Yeah, it's only on spec. It's not a prop trade. You can trade the Aussie if you want in your own time, on your own account. But there was no setup. You could not get higher highs, higher lows in saying that you're in the cyclicity. You literally couldn't. What's the Aussie Kiwi doing now after the Kiwis jobs? Rates decision. And you can't say that either. So yeah. CAD Swiss. Just going to the CAD Swiss. You know, we had this trend line horizontal level, and it's still underneath that. But I don't know what that bar is in a signal, but what we're not seeing, guys, is the sellers, which is what we're trying to see on this day here. I know some people got in there on aggressive entry a little early, but you know, we're not seeing the sellers that we were expecting on this day. Okay. CAD Swiss to leave the stop loss alone. Friday's bar was a golfing bar on the CAD Swiss. That's a golfing bar. Really? CAD Swiss. Oh, CAD Swiss. What are you looking at? This came in Monday morning. CAD Swiss. Is this a 4-hour chart or something? Because it looks very different to the one I'm looking at. I don't know what you're looking at. CAD Swiss. I'm sorry, mate. I can't see what you're looking at either on the 4-hour or the daily. But I would not be going long on it. On the CAD Swiss. Okay. Email from Monday morning again. Pound was an outside bar on MetaTrader. Yeah, I noticed actually the cable was showing in here, showing this bar as an engulfing bar in eSignal, but it wasn't showing it in MetaTrader. And now it is showing it in MetaTrader, which is a rather random. Now it's showing that this wasn't a higher high, but now they've come and produced it as an engulfing bar. So that wasn't the case, and I had originally moved my stop underneath this low. So I'm not sure. So that's why I said that, because in MetaTrader it was showing it. The Euro long chart, which I sent last week, is now put tag both at 50 and 200 for support. They'll lower, high, low, low, bullish bar, another to buy a day, and gives a chance to go long. Yeah, as I said, the Euro dollar, you know, on the daily was not setting up. Well, it was setting up, but you know, your entry would have been here, and your stop would have been there, and that's a, you know, over a 200 pip stop, and you've got resistance here, so only 150 pips away. So that doesn't really suit the risk reward. But as you know, as you've seen, I've gone down to the 4-hour and getting this, this little low, swing low here to get in on the trade. Okay. So this really wasn't an ideal setup for trading on the end of day. Okay, Monday morning again, Euro Pound, range reversal, no RSI divergence. Yes, good. I'd like to know if my analysis is correct. Let's have a look. Strong support, RSI divergence, correct. Fib extension, yes. Bullish price action, wow, not really. One bar doesn't make enough when you're going against the trend, okay? No RSI divergence. Yep, that's good. You've got your fib in the right place. Fabulous. And you can see that 84 is a nice support level. Okay. CAD Swiss, 4 out of 9. Four out of 9 on the CAD Swiss. Okay, you've got this larger move, have you? Where's your one? Gone from there. Interesting spot to draw it from. I would have either gone from here or the bigger move, but because this is the last uptrend, so this is the last phase one, and you'll be going from there, and it's sitting around the 786. And so yes, I would have drawn a different fib to you. Okay, questions, Aussie Swiss. It's kidding, this is just the previous beginning of phase one. Yeah, so we've broken that high. Made a low, and now we've made a higher high, so that the cyclicity of the down cycle is finished. It's a trend continuation, but then it's just made a higher high instead of continuing the lower high needed. Yes, I thought I should probably consider there's a risk, there's an RR of the strong resistance. Range reversal, okay. Range reversal, I guess you're not considering the previous high of 85, 88, but the one before it closes, looking at the previous phase one. Am I being too cautious? No, I think you're doing the right thing. Looking at it saying, well, there's no, what is it, Aussie Swiss, yeah. We've broken the cyclicity of lower highs and lower lows by making a higher high. And it's now, you could say it's almost, you could try and trade it as a range bound, but I don't think that's what I'd be looking for. Is a cycle back to the EMA, so you've got a phase one above it and a phase two back down, and now you're getting higher highs, and you could be in a higher low being here, but you could look to take it long. Otherwise, it's just going to be chopping and not very easy to trade. Okay. Monday, CAD Swiss again. Yes, that's what we're all looking at. That's good. Aussie Kiwi. Yeah. Again, similar to this Aussie Swiss, we're making higher highs along here. We had this discussion last week. I remember, are we looking at the biggest cycle as that's phase one and this is phase two? This move is phase two, or are we looking at a new phase, a new uptrend starting with higher highs and higher lows? And generally, you don't get RSI at you don't get RSI on the overbought side when you don't get RSI overbought when you're in a downtrend, right? So it looks more like it's in a to be an uptrend because you don't get that RSI. That was dollar Swiss, was it? Dollar Swiss engulfing bar. Well, if you're trading the dollar Swiss as an range, you should be leaving your stop. Yeah. Your stop should be under here until you can get it to break even, which is probably either in here or in here. And that would happen when it sort of gets up to about here. This is an engulfing bar, then we've got a reversal bar. But literally when you're trading a trend, yes, if the trend finishes by having a reversal bar, that's when you need to go into capital protection. But when you're trading pound CAD or you know, the Swissy or something like that, then you're trading a range, so you don't follow the rules of the trend strategy of by pulling it behind a reversal bar. Okay. So Aussie Kiwi, just back to this one. Aussie Kiwi. This Aussie Kiwi, the question in the email was, I listened to your webinar on Friday where someone's analysis was discussed and also showed market phases. I've drawn them differently and had a different analysis. I use swing highs and lows to draw the phases. I had drawn a wedge and it didn't take straight because it was wedge formation. Yep. We should avoid you. I appreciate your comments. Yeah. So, look, if you're in doubt, then stay out. Continuation short. As I said, I'm not so certain because you've got these, as you say, we're getting higher highs here. Rather than lower highs, as we should indicate it by the phases which you've drawn out there reasonably nicely. Yeah, and that was sort of maybe not these lows here would indicate that they should have been, if the downtrend was still valid, they should be making lower lows, and they're not. Okay. What is long-term view on the Aussie dollar and pound CAD? Can we do we just leave the trade? Pound CAD, yes. Pound CAD, you leave the trade, right? Let it play out. It'll do something eventually. But you know, I'm not trailing the stop behind the reversals. It stops up there, and just waiting for the target to be hit. Okay. Aussie dollar, I see a little bit of a pullback. You've done a phase one above the market. A pullback maybe on tapering next week, and then perhaps another run up. It seems to have formed quite a decent base around here of 88, 89. So eventually, I think it'll probably trace up. Euro CAD. This came in Monday night. This came in. I can't show the email though because it's inside it, unfortunately. But judging from your email, which it's so small I can't see, unfortunately, I'll return this back to you, but I'll do my analysis on the Euro CAD, and you can take it and you can have a look at what I'd be looking at, right? And compare it with what yours is. Normally, you'd draw your last phase one, which is this, yes, to get fib support, but it's broken and made a lower low, so you can't be drawing your fib from there. You might look at drawing it from there to see if you're getting fib support, and we can see that we've got the this Fibonacci here offering that. I've got a support level there, which is basically all these highs here, and you can effectively say that high there. You go back further in time, that also becomes support, yep, and resistance. So it's a reasonable level. We've got RSI convergence. There's even hidden divergence there. Sort of oversold. Flat asking about though, and no clear sign of buyers. So I'd be waiting to see bullish price action just yet. Okay. Trendline support. Well, do we have trendline support? Certainly got something going on there. I'll see. I'd be drawing it across there, which we don't have that support yet. Yeah. Going across there, you'll cut across it, so that's where I'd have the trend line. So we don't have trend line support just yet. Okay. again, Monday night. Big thanks for the support. Anyways, attached a screenshot, and essentially I'm trying to figure out whether I should go short or long. My personal conclusion seems to be going short on the 60-minute chart. Right, well, we don't trade on the 60-minute chart, okay? So, Euro Aussie. What's that trend line? It's horizontal. Not really horizontal there, is there? It's more across there, across these lows and these highs. 60-minute chart, I'd leave it alone. And yes, we're overcooked down, not to the downside, and you'd expect a rally, especially since the euro itself is not making higher highs like the Aussie is. Yeah, in the same time period, you'd expect that to possibly turn around as the euro rallies and the Aussie maybe falls back a bit. So and stay away from the 60-minute chart, okay? You can do that on your own account, not on mine. Euro Aussie, Euro US. Well, let's just have a look at the Euro Aussie. This was the last one for Monday. Yeah, the Fibonacci's from here, so it's broken through that, so you're not getting, unless you're trying to do phase 2, but that's, no. You're expecting it to bounce off the 1.272? Not really, okay? Here we've got a double top. What have you said here? Yes, above the EMAs. Finding EMA support, yes. No, we're not. How can you, there's no support there off the moving average. RSI convergence, yes. Bullish price action, no. Levels of resistance in the way. Well, yeah, this one, as you've identified. Trend line support, 5 out of 9. Trend line support, no. Correct. So, yeah, you don't have the support on there. That's the only one I'd suggest, but everything else seems to be okay. And the Fibonacci, you draw it from there, okay? As I have there. Euro dollar. Dollar daily. This must have been a midday. Yeah, must have been a midpoint because this bar ended up above the 50. 50 pips above that bar. Yeah, this bar hasn't formed yet, so I'm not sure unless you're going above this bar. And I don't know if you'd want to do that at that point, right? It's just range bound. Higher highs and higher lows. Yes? How can you be saying that? You've breached all these lows. How can you be saying higher highs, higher lows? Yeah, across here you're getting higher highs, higher lows. As soon as it broke that one, you're not. Finding support off the moving average here, the 200, yes. Horizontal support. Now you do, once it's got back over it. No levels of resistance in the way. Well, you can't give that a point. There's massive resistance everywhere, especially at 134. Trend line support, no. Okay, so I see what you're trying to do, but I think you're just coming at it the wrong way. Yeah. If you're trading as a range, we've got divergence down here as a range reversal. And trading it back up there, your support resistance, sorry, your risk reward is shot. And this is not, one bar does, after all this selling, one bar is not really strong enough of a signal to get to start buying off. Okay. All right, so on to Tuesday morning. Crikey, I've got a lot of emails to go through. Whoa. Okay, a lot of lines on here. The 4-hour chart. Right. Well, you need to include, if you're going to give me a 4-hour chart, you need to include your analysis on the daily, right? Because with the 4-hour, what we're doing is, if something's trending like this, is using the cyclicity on the 4-hour to get in that trend if you've missed it, right? Or something like that. So you need to sort of say, well, am I bullish on the daily? Have I missed? Can I get an entry on the daily? If not, then you wouldn't look at it. If you can, and you can see a possible entry on the daily, on the 4-hour, then send me this stuff. But that is not really getting in there. You got freaking, I don't know how you can see what's going on with all these lines on here, Matt. Above 200. See, the normal points of 1 to 12 are for the daily, right? They're the daily analysis, and then you're adding a 4-hour analysis on it. So, and on the daily one, there was no entry. Okay. Euro pound. Well, you've seen mine. You've seen my entry. You've got your fib in the right place. So literally is range. Well, literally is range bound between 86 or 87 and 84. But there was no divergence at this point. Okay. So, and you've said that. That's good. Euro dollar trade trend continuation. Trend continuation. I think that's a bit of a stretch. It's sort of been going sideways for almost a year. 100. Yeah, you've got the bounce off the 50 off that. Yes, I can see there. Yeah, look, I'd give you that. It is making higher highs, but it also made a lower low. Yeah, I wouldn't be betting the house on it because I see it as more range bound for the last 12 months. Okay. All right. CAD Swiss, you took this last night, okay? Well, if you took this last night, you would have been an aggressive entry. This is Tuesday morning. I hope you only risked 0.5%, or you risked 1%. All right. If you're going to go in an aggressive entry underneath this this low test bar, this high test bar, then you need to be doing just a minimal amount of risk and then add to it if it confirms. Okay. You said wait for reversal, but now you're saying that you went in. Well, you had your reversal, but the reversal bar didn't get broken, so I don't know if you were waiting for the reversal how you would have got in, because that reversal bar there didn't trigger. There's no lower low. So an aggressive entry would have gone 0.5 point in there, and then another half a trade in there. But yeah, that didn't get triggered. So if you were waiting for it, as you suggest, up here, then not sure what happened. Okay. Trade alerts. Oh yeah, that's a nothing email. Analysis. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Euro dollar. In your market report, you pointed out no setup or recommend staying out. I was actually looking at this chart as a range trade opportunity and current price actions away. In a way, confirms your recommendation. Yeah, your risk reward is gone. All right. Aussie yen. I took this trade. I'm not sure if it was a trend reversal trade. Well, look, you are getting higher highs and higher lows, but there's no. It might have paid off above VMAs, finding MA support. Well, yeah, you are. If that's your 200, I'm not sure if that's the real 200. Horizontal support. Yep. Bullish price action. Yeah, what I haven't seen is a complete cycle over above it. Range reversal. Well, I don't know if you're going. You can't be going long from the middle of the range in a range reversal. Okay. Aussie yen. Yeah, we haven't seen a complete cycle above the market, right? To say that there is a range reversal on the 200, you do have 200 support there. Okay, Euro Pound weekly, Euro Pound hourly or daily. I think this webinar is going to go for longer than an hour, guys. No divergence, right? So what have you said? You struggle with Fibos, you've drawn the correct Fibo, okay? You've got the Fibo on the right place. So this pair also been programmed from a wedge to becoming steeper. Downward trend would be a case of phase 2. Hey, not really, but you've got the fib in the right place. Okay, that's good. As you can see, I have. All right. CAD Swiss hidden divergence. CAD Swiss. What hidden divergence means, and we'll cover in the prop course, the prop platinum. Okay. When you come along to that, I'll show you what that means. But the CAD Swiss has hidden divergence from this high to this high, and this high to this high. Okay. CAD Swiss again. Happy to say I had already placed a pending order on the CAD Swiss, and also a pending order on the Euro Pound. Well, Euro Pound you shouldn't have. CAD Swiss, yes, good. Did the analysis. Well, you're not below both of them, okay? You're only below the 200, so you can't give that a point. Horizontal resistance, yes. You've got one along here somewhere. You've got quite a lot of lines. I don't know which ones are which, but there was no resistance in the way. You said fib retracement resistance 61.8. Well, you get the 78.6. All right. You've got your fib in the wrong spot. Okay. Your fib should be coming from here to here. Yeah. You've got this one, which is a larger move, and that's a 61.8. But yeah, the fib should be from there to there, as you've seen by mine. Okay. There, 786 was offering us support. Okay. Euro Pound. I don't know where you see divergence here, mate. 2 bars. There's got to be at least 3 bars. Like there's got to be a bar separating it. You can't go from this bar to this bar because that's not enough information. Yeah, but I hope you didn't take that, get into that trade, because you'd be in far too early. Right? But now we can clearly see that divergence. Yep, and you've probably stopped out if you did get into that trade. All right, be careful of that, right? Not just these 2 bars. You could have more information. Sorry, I'm just a bit noisy in here today, isn't it? 2 trades set up. CAD Swiss short, Aussie Swiss short. CAD Swiss short. Come on, don't be like this. Fib retracement, no. Well, as you've seen time and time again, yes there was. Right. 6 out of 9, trend line resistance, and you could have got that as well. I think we had trend line resistance, didn't we? I had a trend line across there. That trend line, that high, this high, these highs. So, Aussie Swiss, fibs from there to there. Biggest problem is, are you getting lower highs, lower lows? You can't say that because this high is higher than that, right? So you can't be saying that. So that's a must-have. Horizontal resistance here, you got fib retracement. Well, yes, if you draw it from there, you would. Trendline resistance. Yeah, not really. And support in the way. Yeah. I think we're in an uptrend on this because again, you don't get overbought in a downtrend. Aussie Swiss. Yeah, so you don't get this in a downtrend. Okay. Thought I could see divergence. Again, this bar should be on the bottom. I don't know what's going on with this computer. This bar should be on the bottom, and there's no divergence yet. So, unfortunately, you would have been stopped out, no doubt. But yeah, there is no divergence. You've got your fib in the right place, so it's good. So, that you've gone to this bar here, but that's a higher low, right? So, RSI is always going to be higher on that. So you should be looking at these lows to this low here, and you're not getting RSI divergence unless someone else has shown us these two bars here. So compare that to these two lows, bang bang, and now we've got divergence here. So you're not going to the highs, you're going across the lows to this point, and that low there to that low there is not enough information for an RSI divergence. Euro Swiss. Whoa, you sent me the whole page. That was tricky. Interesting. Oh yeah. Haven't had that one before. Send me the whole signal page. Okay. That's going to be, this is obviously 2 days ago, or yesterday. This came in Wednesday morning, right? It's now showing the other information in there. So, better to do a screenshot rather than send this to me. I'm not sure, is it 30 and 70? Yeah, you can spread these out too. See that? So it makes it easy to see. Just by grabbing this and spreading it out. There's divergence there for a short across these highs here. Trend continuation. If you sent this to me on Wednesday, I suppose you're looking at this sort of formation here. But are you getting higher highs and higher lows? That to me is just mess, and I'd rather stay away from it. So you're not really getting higher highs, higher lows. Yes, you have support. Yeah. You've got your Fibonacci from here to, where's the zero? The zero must be up here, is it? Drawn the Fibonacci incorrectly too, okay? So, Fibonacci, Euro Swiss. I see this as more range bound, especially the giveaways that the 50 EMA is just going sideways. Okay, Fibonacci, you're better off going from there to there, and it's just stuck inside that range, right? So if we draw that, it's probably the 382 and the 786. But you had, I think you had this Fibonacci, or was it this Fibonacci? I don't know where you had your Fibonacci, but yeah, maybe it was that. Still, that would be, if you're drawing from there to there, you'd be looking to go short, right? Not long. Okay. Shippers. Alright, Aussie CAD, still on Wednesday morning. Higher highs, higher lows. Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Horizontal support above EMA is correct. MA support correct. Horizontal support, yes. RSI convergence, yes. Bullish price action, well, yeah. Resistance in the way. Fib retracement. Yeah, well, if you drew this, you're not going to. It might be 382. It's a bit of a stretch. I know in London they would do this and say, yeah, you got fib retracement. That's ridiculous. Yeah. But if you go there, you could say the 382, which is a shallow one for this cycle. Entry at 96.51. Yeah, 96.51. 95.20. 95.20 underneath that. Okay. Target the 200 EMA. That's nice. 0.25% extra cautious small trade, so it's good. I like that. You love hearing your voice. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Okay, so I don't think you would have got in 95.61. Maybe you are in. Yeah, see how you go. In by 1.9 pips. I'm not sure what you refer to on that. Okay, Duncan, pound, dollar. Just checking to see if I have my stop in the right place, currently at 56.05. In this trade, 56.05. Yeah, that's fine. As you can see, as you know, I've moved mine to be just underneath this high. This horizontal support resistance of 57.55 now to protect profit as well as protecting, that's what I'm here for, is to protect capital. 56.05, I'll protect profit. Yeah, 56.05 is, where is it? Yeah, break even. Yeah, so that would have been good to have it there. We could probably move it up a bit now, either underneath this bar would be ideal, or on this, just under the support at 50. I've got 56.40, 45. Okay, is looking a little overheated here, and you could expect a pullback, but it might just fap about like this before having another little run. If you draw your fib extensions, let's go to signal, fib extension on it, you might look to see if there's any sellers up here. I have just sent you an email. Rightio, I'll get there. That, I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to worry about checklist. Could you send the instructions? I don't know how to set up the checklist on ePay Signal, so I must have missed a detail. Okay. How to do it on eSignal? I've got the email. I'll send you the email, but in version 11, you can go to your tools just here and use the text box, or I've got it set up there, but use your text box and just start typing away. Yeah, checklist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Then just left click on the screen and it puts it on there, and that's all you have to do. Yeah. You can grab it and move it around if you want. But yeah, that's it. And then in this version, you just go here, capture image, and that does that. And then you go copy and put it, or file it to file share, and browse to where you have it, and give it a name. Away you go. Okay. But I'll email you these. I've got a step-by-step instructions on email, so I'll send that out to you. So let me just highlight that one. I'll come back to that. Pound Kiwi. This is still this is Wednesday night now, so I'm getting towards the end of these. Happy days. So Pound Kiwi potential trade for tomorrow. Really? Okay. Might be now. Now the Kiwi's got a tear on with the. Just got stopped out of my pound yen. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Pound Kiwi, massive resistance here at 2, triple top, or even more. Weekly you've got this upper trend line as well. This is a weekly chart. So if you like trend lines, are we going back down here? I don't really see that happening. The cable is pretty strong, and this is all-time lows. I don't really see that happening. I see just more of this. So, a bit of a range, maybe a range trade there, rather than a full. If you can get back through $2, then happy days. But there's no setup there. So let's have a look at what you were looking at. JPEG file. So 1, higher highs, higher lows. Not really, not when you've got a strong resistance there. Above their moving averages, yes. Horizontal support. RSI convergence, yeah. No resistance, well, yes, you didn't get a point, good. Support off the trend line. Bullish price action. It is a higher high, higher low here, but why are your signals showing different? You're looking at MetaTrader, okay. Now that I'm out of that, I might as well use that chart. Bang. Oh, there you go. That's the Kiwi interest rate announcement. Yeah, okay. That's very different in these signals, isn't it? And are you getting higher highs, higher lows? You got this high here, fractionally, right? I suppose, but technically, yep, I suppose you are. But it'll take some serious buying to get through that level. At least the risk reward's decent, but obviously you didn't get triggered in with this bar here. So anyway, your analysis is sound, so that's good. All right. This is, use this attached, not the other. What the difference was? Where's the other one? $2.25, I think, might be pushing a friendship to get it there, but at least it's a decent, even if you shave 25 pips off, you're getting a decent risk reward. In continuation, confidence 50%, entry trigger, ring low bar 4. Okay, cool. You've added a few things on there. Nice work. Okay, EuroCAD. Well, I'll go and have a look at it because, again, your email's buried inside sorry, your screenshot's buried inside your email. And yeah, it's just going nowhere at the moment. Not seeing any buying action. Right. But you are, if this is your full cycle, you are getting higher highs. You have one cycle, two cycles, high highs, high lows. Just need to see some bullish price action. Wednesday night, Euro Yen setup. Is this a good entry? Well, I did take it on the 4 hour. And you couldn't say you're getting higher highs, higher lows. I mean, there is a wedge going on there. And I just got stopped out of that too for a small profit. Yeah. I had my stop on here. Just got taken out of that for a small 50 pip profit. But back to yours. Trend reversal going short. Interesting. Cool. Right. I like that. Alright, so what do we got? 1.272 under the horizontal. Going short, resistance, yes. RSI divergence. Nice pickup. Fib extension, yeah. Bearish price action. Well, we're getting that now. So maybe tomorrow you could take this. Just be careful of the risk reward, yeah. Waiting for another sell bar. So that's good work. Good pickup. Just waiting for that extra bar, which you now have, the seller bar. You'd want to hope that it's not too large, you know, like this. And so you get a decent risk reward out of the trade. But yeah, that's good pick up in the divergence, and yeah, nice work. Okay, pound Ken Kiwi. Yeah, well, we'll get another sell bar, but that is convergence, yes. So convergence is when RSI is following price, okay? And so that's what it is doing. So that's a good thing. There's even hidden divergence there, where you now got a lower low, and if it had stopped there and made a high, you know, triggered you in, you've got a higher low, yeah, higher low to here, but a lower low and much lower low in price. So yep, getting all of that, but price is broken down now, as we know. Yep, thanks to rates in the New Zealand Q&A. The Euro pound triggered by 1 pip today. Went to with 1.5 pips on my stop before backing up 24 pips. So that's what you meant by 1.5 pips. Okay, on your Euro pound. So you managed to survive by 1.5 pips. Lucky. Hopefully this will survive to travel north once more. Also looking for pound Kiwi. Higher highs, higher lows. Well, you are, aren't we? Yeah, we are getting that. Fibs in a good spot, but price has broken through that trend line. Yep. No resistance. Correct. There's massive resistance. Ring low. Yep. RSI convergence. Yes. MA support. Yep. But obviously that's broken down. Okay. So be cancelling your order. Last one for Wednesday night. Another pound Kiwi. Come on. High highs, high lows of touching A50, horizontal support, yes. Bullish price action, resistance, yes. well, you can't say yes to a resistance in the way is yes, so you can't give it a point, right? You should say no to that because that's a hindrance potentially. Fib retracement, yeah. Trend line, yeah. Okay. And convergence, yes. So all good. Just be careful that you're not giving a point when that's a bad thing. If there's resistance in the way and your risk reward is now only 1-to-1, that's not what you want if there's a resistance in the way. Okay, so don't give it a point on your checklist. Dollar Sing. Okay. Dollar Sing. Let's look at it. I didn't really see it. I saw it this morning. I didn't really see much in it. Yeah, too many sellers at this moment. Yeah, too many sellers in it. And is that a higher high? That's 28.59, 28.60. Yeah, on pip. Yeah, doesn't see much in it yet. Is there a horizontal level support? No, not yet either. So what are you looking at? Trend continuation. Strong horizontal support. Doing that. Well, trend continuation, mate. You want Fibonacci retracement, which are these blue ones, for trend continuation, not the yellow ones, which are extensions, as you've got here, an extension. You want extensions when it's at the end of phase 2. So you want extensions up here, you want extensions here, you want extensions here, you want extensions here from drawing that to get the extension, right? Drawing this extension, you're expecting it to be the end of phase 2, but you're looking at it as a trend continuation. So I mean, the trend continuation checklist is you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a range trade. That's the range trade checklist, right? But you're saying it's a trend continuation. So the checklist you've written on there is for that, the range reversals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah? Flat MAs. You don't have flat MAs. Yeah. If this is a phase 1 starting again, which is doubtful with the weakness of the US dollar, yeah, you're going the wrong way. If it's a range trade, then you'd probably be looking at maybe, well, it's not, because it's making higher highs and there's no flat MAs, right? You've got good strong separation of the moving averages. So I don't see that as a trend continuation, right? So the first thing you should be looking at is which, where's the moving averages, where's price in relation to the moving average, right? And then you should be, picking one of these checklists to say, am I doing the start of phase 1? Am I doing the start of phase 2? Or am I trading a range, right? And you've selected the range for the start of phase 1. So just be careful about that, okay? Right. Oh, crikey, still got, it's Thursdays now. Pound Kiwi. Looks like it could be a long setup. Yeah, it was looking like that until this morning when we got a new bar and E-signal went through it. You've seen my setup enough times to know. So, it was a good spot, but no, sorry, ain't going to happen. Questions for the webinar today. New to trading, I'm a bit confused on how much money I should be trading on a particular currency pair. I have a demo account, and if I'm trading one currency pair at a time, I should put all 20K on that pair? No. No. You should have a lot size calculator. I've emailed it to you, and you've seen other people, other people use it. And if your account balance is, 20,000, and you're using 1%, you're risking $200, not 20 grand. Okay. If you're risking, say, 0.75%, it's $150. Right out. So, no, you're not using 20 grand. How many pairs are we expected to trade at any time? I wouldn't have more than 5 or 6 on. You get more than that, and you're going to have a lot of cross-pollination between currency pairs. Yep. All right. Can I please get those PDF rules, attachments in an email? Yeah, you already have them. If we are trading multiple currencies, do we split account free margin accordingly? Yeah. Use the account's free margin, right? When in your lot size calculator, right? In your lot size calculator, use the free margin figure. Okay, so when you're making money, you can risk more, or you're risking a little bit more, right? And use the equity figure, don't use the balance figure, use the free margin figure. Okay, so this figure here. So in this case it would be 51,390, yeah? And risking 1% is going to be, $513 versus $500 for this size account, okay? If you can answer these questions in today's webinar, yep, that'd be great. I'll watch it in the evening after I finish work. Well, I hope you had a lovely day and you're listening to this with enjoyment. Trade management. Should I leave the stop loss as it is moving up? We wouldn't like to lose a profit, but I also don't like to lose a trade too early. Can you please advise? Well, what are you trading? I can't really see. Aussie Yen Daily. Aussie Yen Daily. Let's have a look at your account, see what you actually got on. Aussie Yen Daily. Aussie Yen Daily. That's not you. Okay, so you've got your stop at 91.18, having entered at 87. 87. Nice work. You got in down here at 87, 80. And, yeah, and then 91.18. 91.18. You could get it up underneath this one here, but as the Aussies are failing to, there's big resistance. The other thing you might look at doing is, saying, is there other support and resistance lines here? You've got quite a large support and resistance line here at 92.53, so you could put it on, let's say 92.13, 92.33. Rightio. Are you online at the moment? No, you're not online here with us. So 92, I'd put it in here at 92.33, somewhere around there, underneath this support line and underneath that. So that's a nice turning a phase 2 trade into a phase 1. Well done. Good work. Right, emails. What have we got? Aussie CAD. Yeah, I think we've covered this one, but bit of a pullback to the 382.50. You are getting higher highs and higher lows, yes. Above the moving averages support, there is a big support line there. Look, I'd only do, I think somebody else also said, just a small amount of risk. So, yeah, I think the Aussie's just a little overcooked. You might get a bit of a pullback. You may not get into the trade. Seems to be a bit of resistance there at the moment. But, yeah, your analysis is sound. Pound Aussie trade, I'm long. Where would the stop loss be now? How are you long? Why are you long? How do you get long? I don't see why you would be long. There's no, these are all lower highs. How do you get in? It'd be interesting to know how that happened. Even in this, yeah, lower highs, so I don't know how you got in. But your stop, now that you're in, your stop should be underneath this, okay? Again, you're not online, so you'll find out tonight. But seriously, I don't know how you got in there. I'd like you to explain that one to me, please. Pound Swiss, you're not trading trend reversals. That's a good idea. Would you consider yesterday's high test close enough to be resistance? We'll also wait for one more bearish bar. Yeah, trading against the trend, you'd want one more bearish bar, especially with the way the cable's going at the moment. Big resistance here, isn't there? Big resistance. I'm just looking at the weekly here. These highs, yeah, so these highs here, annoying how you do that, right? So what's that, 48.30 of these highs, these lows here, right? So 48.30, 48.30 is around there, yeah, so these lows, we might have to move it down a little bit to there, yep, and yeah, support, resistance, haven't quite got up there. I guess you'd want to see another bar of selling, your resistance there. Okay, so that's certainly in the zone. Better would be a nice high test bar off this here, tagging the 61 and that resistance level before moving back down again. So let's have a look at your analysis. RSI divergence. Oh Jesus, that's only just, isn't it? What have we got there on this peak here? We've got I can't read it. Get out of the way. On this peak here, we've got it at 83, and here we've got it at 81. Yeah, so there is divergence there. There's even divergence across these two. Yep. So seeing one more seller bar is a wise move if you're waiting for it. Yes, you've notified that the second resistance. So that's good analysis. Yep. Right. That is the end of the emails. Big day in emails. Always happens when I don't get to you guys for a while. I'm pretty happy with the results of August and the first week of September. There's been a significant turnaround in the results. Aussie Kiwi short. I trailed my stop 10 pips above yesterday's reversal bar was that. I got taken out by 2 pips. That is annoying, yeah. And I don't use 10 pips, I use sort of 17, 13, 17, something like that. I got taken into my euro dollar by the spread. Yeah, I'll show you. Euro dollar 4-hour chart was my entry, and it didn't even get up there. Right? That's in by the spread. That's nice. So Aussie Kiwi trailing it short. You had to stop above this. Jeez, mate, that is heartbreaking. You would have got in there too, so only a minor loss, but still it's a friggin' loss, and that's very annoying. I feel for you, mate. That's a killer. Yeah, it's like the Euro Kiwi. Other people that had got stopped out on the Saturday morning, but to be honest with you, I don't know why they were in. They should have been getting in here. And they had their stop above this bar and got taken out on Saturday morning by the spread. So, and then wake up Monday morning and see this, it'd be absolutely ropeable. Anyway, thanks guys. Any other questions? No? Okay. Oh, okay, here's one more. Euro Kiwi short phase 2. I quit out of this at the 50 MA last week. Would have doubled if I'd stayed in. Are there any guidelines for phase 2 trades? Well, not really, because, you know, if there's in a strong uptrend, you know, it normally, as you can see, it normally reverses on the 50, all right? It's only when the overall trend is turning that you get it to go past the 15 into new, you know, phase 1 down, phase 2 back up, and it's gone straight past it. So there is no real guidelines. I could make a suggestion of, you know, trading the have 2 trades on it potentially, and one has the target of this and the other one doesn't. So split the trade in 2, and one targets a 15, the other one doesn't, just in case it does go past it. But if it doesn't go past it, then you just quit out of the second one, you know, as it comes back up again. So that's really the only way I would probably handle that. Otherwise, you know, just suck it up and say, well, I made profit on the trade, happy days. You know? There's nothing wrong with that, especially in a phase 2 trade. Rightio. So that's all done. I shall see you tomorrow morning. Okay, what have we got tomorrow? We are on tomorrow morning, aren't we? Where's my calendar? Yeah, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. And hopefully I won't have 40 emails to go through for tomorrow. But thanks for your time. Good luck, and you know, we'll chat again tomorrow. Cheers.